What's been really helpful for me as a CADMIN is all the trainings and webinars that BrainShark hosts. That enables me to understand the features of the product and be able to relay that back to my authors so that they can get the most out of it.
I created an onboarding of folks how to use BrainShark, and in terms of walking them through the steps of what they need to do to be a BrainShark author at City. So I think that's very helpful and a good use case.
Authors are usually very shocked at how easy it is. A lot of our authors that we've brought in to use BrainShark have been learning design people in the past that are looking for faster, easier ways, or we have stopped using some of the more expensive tools. So I give them the author certification training that BrainShark provides. They go through the training, they create their first BrainShark, and they're shocked at how quickly and easily they were able to create those BrainSharks.
A good tip is to not just take especially recorded WebEx sessions and recorded meetings and call them training. Ultimately, sometimes recorded meetings can play very well in a learning and development setting in the learning management system, so the folks can actually be trained on a certain topic. But a lot of times it makes sense to actually take the deck that you used for that session and actually re-annotate that in BrainShark as a standalone session rather than just porting meetings.
My best quick tip for an admin, especially a new one, is go through all the settings. Make sure you're aware of what they are, what your options are, and go back and look on a regular basis, because BrainShark's making changes on a fairly regular basis, and they might add a new feature, and if you're not aware that it's an option to turn on or off, you won't be able to use that functionality.
Besides the authoring part of it, they love the guest book and back-end reporting. Why? Because there's now statistics on who uses it, how much they use it. Not all Goodwills have an LMS, so this fills that void.
One of the best things about the BrainShark portal from an administrator standpoint is the new reporting tool. It allows me to go in and keep a pulse on what's happening within the portal. What courses people are watching, what courses they're not watching, how people are reacting. For example, we just released a course and I was able to see what areas of the country were watching it within minutes of delivery, and I actually identified one minor issue we had and was able to correct it right on the fly before anybody even reported it.
By just demoing BrainShark, by using your people to help me promote it, by having user meetings within Goodwill every quarter, that has worked.
We've tried to build a BrainShark community within my company, and with that I send out a lot of the newsletters and things, the tips and tricks that we get from BrainShark, and the product really does sell itself. They see another presentation that was done within BrainShark and it's got the loader with the logo on there, and then they're pointed to me as the point of contact on that, and they're very excited about the possibility of using it for their project or requirement.
So I'm trying to create a culture at Goodwill where we basically connect, where we collaborate, where we create, and where we have community, which is sharing. So that's my vision for moving forward with BrainShark.
My suggestion for getting more people to use BrainShark is simple. Use BrainShark. The more you use it, the more you push it out to people to take a BrainShark presentation or training, the more people are going to ask you to, hey, how do I use it? And that's how our success has really been driven.
Last year we actually took a video postcard of our CEO giving his Christmas message to everybody. So he just went on, wished everybody best wishes for the holidays, and we put it up right before Christmas, and it was actually our highest watched course of the year. Within an hour, we had about 75% of our company had watched his Christmas video, which was great because I don't think I had ever seen a course adopted or watched so quickly before in the history of Combined. But it was just a great use and demonstration of the power of mobile video, because I know a lot of people were out and about during the holidays and they were able to view the video on their devices.
My favorite BrainShark experience and usage of BrainShark has been our 5-Minute Fridays, is what we call them. And it's a weekly video that we put out that's produced or that's recorded by our CEO. And he gives out a nice message each week. And has really done a really great job of driving viewership of BrainShark. And as a result, I get contacted almost every week after those come out for how do I create BrainSharks, or how do I use this system in our site, and how can I use this system to to give that type of information to our agents. And the funny thing is, too, is as a result, we have multiple sites in different countries now that have also, now they've got a 5-Minute Monday or a Mike Monday, and there's all kinds of different videos that have kind of spun off of our original idea. They're all being presented through BrainShark.